Good evening, one and all. Welcome back to Hoarding Dragons, the crazy, bizarre-ass D&D game where we never manage to actually follow the plot line and instead end up everywhere else.
What's a plot?
This session brought to you by Portsmouth P-Town Dry Irish Stout. Only 10 Irishmen killed to make this beer. From Monac Brewing Company.
Only 10?
Only 10 per glass of beer.
Oh, well, that's a lot of Irish.
That's a good kill count.
Last time on the long form recap, although I'll keep it quick. Our party has been tracking the Cult of the Dragon all the way from the southern edge of the Sword Coast in an area called Greenfields, up through Baldur's Gate, El Turil, and Waterdeep, just to figure out what the hell they're actually up to, being paid by the Harpers and some gauntlet-y fist people to work out why the heck they're doing all this extra raiding, all this crazy shit and shenanigans that have been going on. During the course of this, they have had their own shenanigans, including ending up with Demon Ichor Liquor, a liquor brewed
highly
from
addictive substance.
Liquor brewed and distilled from the blood of demons.
Hey, that was some good shit.
Hatched themselves a baby dragon that had apparently, been affected by the fumes of the distilling demon ichor liquor.
Oops.
Occasionally scared all of society and generally confused the world as to who the villains really are.
But we
Yeah,
have
we're
to
good at
take...
that.
You have to teach the baby to hunt.
And so now they've reached a point far north of Waterdeep, the Karnath Roadhouse, which seemed like a suspicious sort of place, so they started doing perverse and bizarre things to investigate and snoop around, including seducing the barman with dwarven beers.
Yep.
Oh wait, isn't this the place we're burning down?
Wait. No, it
we're
wasn't
not burning
beer.
it
I
down,
seduced him with scotch.
I thought it was the scotch plus the beard. Not beer, not the drink, but the
Hey,
beard.
dwarven beards are mighty sexy.
Hey, either way, the mission is finished.
Is it though? Is it
I
though?
got the completion.
Billy, which bar are we burning down?
This one.
This one? I thought it was this one.
So
you're
you
burning this down.
They stole
maybe.
my recipe.
Ah, yes, they do appear to be serving demonic liquor inside.
How the hell did they get that? It can't be real. Has anyone tried it?
I bought some.
They
Is
tried it.
real?
It appears to be real. To the best of their ability to discern, at least, it appears to be real demonic liquor.
Jim Jones is gonna go up there and sample this shit with his brewing skills and whatnot. Jim Jones is a brewer.
I forget what price tag I put on that shit. I'm gonna say 1 gold if nobody else remembers.
Something like that.
Hey, Billy, buy me a shot.
I'm
bargain.
got a mouthful right now.
Oh, well, Jim Jones will pay up, and he will check this shit out.
I've got 10 shots of that stuff.
Oh, fuck, that's a horrible roll.
You're convinced that this is indeed an alcoholic beverage.
Yes, this is in fact my great skills in brewing tell me this is alcohol.
It's not untrue.
The bartender giving you a skeptical look. Indeed. That's what you purchased.
What's the
Jim's
luggage doing in
gonna-
the bar?
Try something and dip his finger in it and tap it on his holy symbol. If this is really like unholy demon liquor, there should be some kind of reaction.
It does indeed start boiling out of your cup.
Oh my.
Your
Looks at the
nice
bartender.
cold
This
cup.
does not bode well for you.
It hits the stomach right.
Ooh.
Now I should remind you all that Brune and Martin have already found the exit from the strong room. And in fact, I seem to recall most of the party had joined them, but, you know.
Yeah. I persuaded so hard that someone questioned their religious beliefs and they were straight up indoctrinated.
Yep.
So they say hits the stomach right. Well, I'm gonna hit him right in the stomach.
Oof.
Wait, are we fighting?
I want to
I have
hit
no
the
idea.
bartender.
I could
Wait,
I
no,
don't
we
think
just
I'm allowed.
seduced him.
No, we didn't seduce the bartender. We seduced the zealot.
No, you seduced the owner. Walker converted a zealot.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
thought
lot
I
of shit
seduced
going
a
on.
guard. I thought I seduced
Yeah,
a
she
guard
didn't
and a
appreciate-
stable boy.
My offer of peace.
The stable.
Remember, it's not the bartender's fault. We have to find the brewer.
Anyways,
Yeah. So there was a secret tunnel.
there is a secret tunnel.
Oh, actual plot?
Yeah.
Punch the bartender in the face and come on, let's go.
Well,
I assume I'm up on the second floor by the looks of it.
yep.
Okay, so can I go down and join the party?
Yeah, go to the side, to your left.
Whee! Thump.
The downstairs is on the left side of the map.
Well,
There you
Jim
go.
Jones is almost drunk enough just to go over the banister.
That's not a
Pretty
banister,
sure
that's a wall.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh.
sure that's a wall.
You have no convenient banisters.
Has a wall stopped me before?
Nope.
Well, actually, it did once.
The fourth one did.
Oh.
Mm,
Ouch.
Shots fired.
And
Alright.
so, regrouping by virtue of GM Railroad,
There we go.
regrouping outside the tunnel and looking around, you can pretty fairly well make out a pathway leading into the swamp that looks to have been heavily trodden by nature checks.
Let's see here.
Okay.
I don't think I have nature.
I have +1 in nature.
I know it's a trail.
I rolled a
No,
3.
no, he know. No,
I know there's ground
Jim,
there.
Jim
I
knows
had-
there's Jim knows there's ground in a trail. That's all he knows.
There's ground.
Jim's,
This ground appears to be made of ground.
Jim's even questioning the existence of the trail. He thinks it may just be an artifact of a very slow-moving earthquake pulling the swamp to either side.
Seems legitimate to me.
Whereas,
In fact,
Are you
rolling
still
a religious reason for
disadvantage?
this,
Are you still
I
rolling?
can't
a
even find a
disadvantage? What the
religious
hell is-
justification.
Oh, no, actually, with that, you know deep in your heart that this is your goddess's doing. She's pulling open the swamp for you to find the perfect tree to make your barrel out of.
Oh shit, Jim Jones just starts following it.
And Thodrian and Billy are able to recognize the tracks as those of lizard folk.
We're eating good tonight.
Jim Jones is just like, the tree! I am finding the tree finally! No one knows what he's talking about. He's very drunk.
And it's all right, Nanaka. I have no idea how to pronounce your name yet. I'll learn eventually. Derailing is the bread and butter of this game. They have, after all, a mutant dragon demon thing.
You're welcome.
That
That-
module was so badly written, it needs a little derailing every now and then.
Oh yeah.
As y'all are, do you all follow?
I might as well. I mean, we have our fucking
Yeah.
player just running off.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's.
I'm gonna stay with
follow.
my fellow drunk.
Wait, where's the
Martin
cart and?
Martin rolls his eyes and, looking just a little scared about this situation, I'll go get the cart and follow on behind.
There we go.
You do that.
Yeah, I even left my donkey.
And as you're rounding a corner out of sight of the roadhouse, you hear a crackle, crunch, bang! And then the sounds of hundreds of tiny feet scampering across the ground
That can't be good.
as the luggage catches up to you.
Oh,
The
well,
luggage went
okay.
through the wall.
He had
We
to go
just
get a-
destroyed part of that bar.
It just ran through a piece of the bar.
good luggage. Did you leave some fire behind?
We need to enchant the luggage.
You need to enchant the enchanted luggage.
Yes, we
You
need
really
to
wanna
give it
try
like a ring of fireball and enchant it so whenever it breaks through something, it just drops a fireball behind itself.
Wouldn't it be better to leave a delayed blast fireball?
I think the
Rather
luggage could
enchant
stand a
with it.
fireball.
You get it, you incorporate fire resistance into the luggage, and then just regular fireballs, so that way, when it goes through, you have the explosion effect as it rips through walls.
Yes, but then we have to get the glamour illusion to drop a pair of sunglasses on it,
Shit.
because cool guys don't look at explosions.
Wow.
Yes. As
Or
if we.
just get a marker and draw those on.
Should I be concerned that Roll20 is still thinking about rolling a simple die?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Yes.
Our system may be hanging some, ladies and gentlemen. This calls for pouring more beer.
That is a very tasty
This-
looking beer.
This calls for me having to get up just to
There it
open my
goes.
beer.
No?
Because
I
I
rolled
was-
just fine. I don't know what you're doing.
Well,
Those dice
you
took
rolling
forever.
you rolling seemed to clear whatever glitch was happening.
All right, cool. You're welcome. I did a thing.
Good job.
Oops.
Well, that's a
There.
lot of D4.
I had the
Yeah.
rolling dice popped up on my screen, so I had to get rid of it.
Oh,
It worked.
Oh, map change.
oh.
So as you're following,
Oh, wow. I don't like the scale of this map.
the trail, let's see, what are all y'all? I need to rig it so that I can arrange yourselves in travel order.
I'm. My,
Well, of course, Jim Jones is probably about here by now.
Yeah,
my
he's,
laptop's touchpad is not happy.
If you're in the
Yes.
front, then that's about where you'll be.
Okay. Because, yeah, Jim Jones literally, once on
Okay.
that failed religion check, just started tromping down the trail.
God damn it.
You're gonna have to wait for it to dry. It's touch.
Why is the squishy nuker up front with me?
no, you're up front. I'm behind you.
It'll be okay.
That's
Fuck it,
pretty
just
close to
refresh.
being. That's pretty close to being right up in the front. You know.
Yeah, you're in front line right there.
Wait, which way?
There
is
you
front?
go.
North or south?
At least it's touch.
You are traveling.
It's somewhat working.
You are traveling that way.
Hey,
Okay.
while you're up.
But remember, you have Fireball now, so do we
It's on the
really
door.
want the group all bunched up?
Up here,
Billy, can you scoot over?
I cannot because my computer, my touchpad got wet, so it doesn't like me right now.
Oh,
the
It's slowly closing everything. It's trying to talk to Cortana.
uh-oh.
shit.
Why? Your touchpad was not thirsty.
It's because I had water on my hand. Cortana, go away.
Cortana is your friend.
the kind of teal lines indicate the edges of the path.
Mhm.
The blue down below is where the path basically drops into water. And right as Jim Jones and Thodrian are walking into it, Brune spots a very fine spider web that stretches
Oh,
all
shit.
the way across the path.
Oh shit.
Hey, wait a minute.
Jim Jones and Thodrian, give me, I guess, their dexterity saves nowadays.
Uh-oh.
Wow, my deck save sucks. 3?
Congratulations, you're restrained. No, wait.
I rolled a 13.
You rolled the 13. So Thodrian is restrained by the webbing.
I've always wanted a hammock.
I don't.
Oh,
I ran
Oh,
out
this
of
is
compressed
going
air too.
sideways.
Fuck.
As a rustling in the trees alerts you to the presence of really big spiders. Really big.
of course. Why?
So-
Why wouldn't that?
Let me pull up the initiative, and we
I
all
like
know what
really
to do
big
now.
spiders.
I can't find me.
Understood. I will. There is Billy.
Wash all like the last fighters we had.
Wow, my speed sucks.
Oh,
And you,
my lumbago's acting up.
Well, I can attack, and that's about it. That's all I can do. I can't see shit until my keyboard dries.
Right.
I just wanted a beer.
And it figures I rolled a nat 20 for your initiative.
nice.
Well, knowing Billy, just put me near something, and I'll swing.
Not near me, please.
So
I already
Billy,
said
You wanna-
he was.
You want to back me? Yeah, back me.
Billy basically gets between the good old spiders and Walker.
All right. I'm happy I have a touchscreen at least, so I can at least use something.
That's gonna be a hit.
That's the
Oh,
first
right.
one. And
So
I just used the longsword. I meant to use the demon blade. Fuck.
Well, the demon
Oh.
blade will add... Hold on. Easy enough to fix.
I'm gonna keep
Doesn't it-
periodically just checking the status of my touchpad.
Right.
Isn't that poison too?
Acid.
Acid. That's right.
1d6 acid.
So we add that in. Okay, I'm rolling way too well for you people. Every time I've rolled for party members,
So that's 14
Can you start
damage.
rolling for me?
I rolled your HP since you leveled up, and
You did.
you got a...
That's a nat 20.
That is a natural 20. Let's see the...
The spider is
I
supposed to
think
be
he
a
killed it.
problem.
The spiders.
Well, I mean, there is 5 of them.
The spiders
Yeah.
dead. Shit.
As you shatter the exoskeleton of the spider, your blade also basically loops around and hits the webbing, dropping bits of acid that just run down the silk.
42 damage.
That's a dead
Holy
spider.
That is a dead spider.
I
And
wish I could do that much damage.
effectively destroying their web with the acid from your blade.
Nice. So we can
You
just
did
move
that-
along now.
Other than having, a number of other spiders.
We'll take care of that. Don't worry.
That may or may not chase us.
Okay. Let's see.
Roll
I
it over
have-
onto its back so it doesn't all leak out. That's good eating.
I have about 50% control right now. It's clicking randomly.
You know what? Jim Jones is on board with eating one of these spiders. Hey,
Ah.
Walker, roast one.
One? I think I might actually be able to hit 2.
Thodrian, it is your turn. I accidentally double tapped and thus went past you on the initiative chart, but it is your turn, Thodrian.
So good. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, don't have time for this wedding nonsense. And I mean, if it would actually, there we go. I'm gonna misty step myself.
Wait,
Over
what's
to
the
that.
webbing
Ooh.
destroyed?
The webbing was destroyed, but the Misty Step could still serve him rather well.
I mean, that's a spell slot. I thought it was just removed off the map for other reasons.
Okay.
I missed the point or part where the acid rolling down actually dissolved the whole web.
What it didn't dissolve, it damaged enough of the gluey effect that now it's just this gossamer silk crap that's resting on you.
I'm ready for the ball tonight, guys. Go ahead and move over here then, and I will go ahead and attempt to smack
We should
with my warhammer.
That
That doesn't hit.
I'm afraid to say that does indeed not hit.
How about that one?
That one definitely hits, yes.
Alright. And I'll go ahead. So this is gonna okay, so 8, and I'm gonna go ahead and use a level 1 divine smite.
Ooh, fancy.
For another 6 damage.
So, draped in this gossamer spider silk, you pirouette around Jim Jones and walk off the trail into the swampy environs and slap a bitch upside the face, ripping its mandibles off as you imbued the divine essences of your god into your hammer.
I'm a
And it
Roman
reels
giant.
back. Which brings it to the spider's turn.
Yay.
Hey, would you do me a favor while you're moving them and delete my giant circle here? I was trying to use that to measure, but I can't get rid of it. Thank you.
All right, so this spider is going to come around to here. This spider.
Fuck. God damn it. Please quit clicking.
Please quit clicking.
I'm trying to change where my character sheet is so I can see what's happening.
Nope, all the clicks.
Have more clicky clicky. All right, we have.
You know what?
Go ahead.
There.
What?
It's something he loaded in for reasons. As
Fight me.
ooh, the spider that you smacked is coming back for revenge, Thodrin, and is apparently going to hit. While his partner, ow. Okay, I'm just rolling well, period, tonight. I'm sorry, world. As these two spiders overwhelm Thodrian's defenses. No, I'm trying to remember a stupid detail about dwarves.
Which one?
Poison
Advantage
resistant.
against poison.
Yeah.
You have an
Yeah,
advantage
poison
against
resistance.
poison, but do you also have poison resistance? Just advantage advantage on saves versus poison. Damn.
Correct.
Stop.
Yeah, no actual resistance, unfortunately.
So that is 6, 7, 8, 18, 27 from the first spider. Sorry, from the second. Sorry, that was from the second spider.
There's dwarven resistance.
Resilience. Advantage on saving its
And
against
resistance
poison.
against poison damage. So you
Oh, that's not
actually
true,
get
then. I'm not-
you actually get 9 of those back.
Yeah, you got 3 dwarves in the party, so
We're not
Mine's
too
bug.
worried about spitters.
And then
Like,
12 damage
mine's
from the other
only
one.
showing the one.
I think me and T are the only ones that are actually the guys that have to worry about poison. And me,
Alright,
I
so
have
yeah,
strength of the
for whatever
grave, so even
reason-
if
I don't think I can be poisoned.
My dwarvish resilience on my character sheet is not actually also showing the resistance that it's supposed to.
Yeah, it's probably how you originally copied it over or something, trying to shorthand it or remembering from earlier editions.
I mean, I didn't write it in here, so
Neither did I. This is what Roll20 gave me.
yeah.
And let's see what happens to the Jim Jones.
I get all the bites.
You get bit as the last of these spiders drops from his tree, runs up, bites you despite your new and improved armor. And half of 11 is going to be 5, so 12 damage in total.
Ouch.
That's all the HP you gain from leveling up.
That is. What's the point of having a 17 armor class if I keep getting hit all the time?
Because your GM is not supposed to roll so damn high constantly.
I need magical armor.
Which
Never
brings
mind,
us
I have magical armor.
around to Walker as he watches his frontline friends start to crumble. Because
Fireball
it's-
nuke.
my frontline
Roasted
friends,
spider.
my frontline friends obviously need a hand. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can twin fireball, right?
Oh, fuck.
I don't think that's one you can actually.
That would be busted as soon as you
check
got it.
me.
Because I
check
think
me on
twin.
that real quick.
I believe twin spell Yep, the spell
yeah,
must
that
target only one creature.
So it's not, it won't limit me to an area of effects. Okay.
Correct.
Well, Thodrian looks to be having a bad day. So I'm still going to use a sorcery point to, what's that thing called? The,
Shape spell?
no, the precise spell. Where
Precision.
precision, where I can keep Thodrian from getting caught up in this horse shit that I'm about to do.
Careful spells.
Careful spells. Thank you. Careful spell. I'm going to use a careful spell, and I'm going to drop my fireball.
You could save the sorcery point and just drop the fireball,
back a bit,
behind.
yeah.
If you center it right there, it'll hit both of these spiders, but it will not hit Thodrian.
Let me check where, because I'm going to.
Is there any way to get all 3 of them?
Not all 3 of them.
Actually, if I drop it right on the middle one, I should be able to, because it's a 20-foot circle.
Oh, right, it's a 20-foot radius. So yeah, that would then... So then you would need to use the careful spell to let Thodrian automatically succeed on his saving throw.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to just drop that nuke.
Goodbye,
Right.
Swamp. Goodbye.
Right on that guy. And I'm going to cast it at... hold on, let me check something real quick. Because I kind of want to end this. So I'm thinking I'm just going to... Yeah,
We
I
have
wish I
Broom
could.
next.
Oh,
Oh,
I wish I had 4th level slots.
That's a lot of D6.
8d6.
okay. Top spider fails. Middle spider fails. Bottom spider fails. Thodrian succeeds, as already discussed,
But still takes 13 damn damage.
but still
No.
takes
Oh,
still
he
takes
does, doesn't
13
he?
damage because it's half damage on a save. So Thodrian's just standing here, huffing and puffing, having just gotten thrashed around by a couple of spiders, when
And then
all of a
he-
sudden his world turns white.
And his eyebrows are gone.
No. They've been forged by my family's steel forge. They can
Dwarven
hold up to that
eyebrows
sort of
and
heat.
beards are fire resistant.
But Dragon. So did I actually take full damage, or did I receive half
You
damage?
took-
You took half damage because of the fact that he used careful spell to give you
No,
basically.
I'm going back to spider damage.
Oh, the spider damage, you take half damage. I double checked in the
Okay.
player's handbook. The player's handbook includes specifically resistance to poison.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just. The fuck? I'm gonna need a drink.
Look, hombre, they have you.
You might want to wait until he cools off.
No,
Demon
I need a hot toddy.
I literally just burned everything to death.
There's no tree there. Tree is gone.
The tree's gone.
Well, no, the tree is just now the torch, lighting the way.
The
to
tree
our
is a
victory.
The tree is a torch. As I
love this
try.
spell.
No.
Oh, I love this
Is
spell.
this your tree? Comrade? It's been freshly fired. It'd be great for a barrel.
No,
Broom?
wrong tree.
Broom, you can smell the delicious, savory scent of fully roasted spider coming from at least 2 of those things. Although you can tell, you kind of pick up a little underlayer of overcooked thorax. So one of them's ruined.
Oh, someone wanted it well done.
But the other 2 smell delicious. And
I
this
can move up and down now. Fuck.
you have
I love
one
this
spider
spell.
left. You have one spider left, and he looks very concerned, despite having taken a bite out of Jim Jones. Are you happy with where you're standing, Walker?
You know what? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at the moment.
Brune, the swamp is on fire. There's a giant spider next to you, and there are tasty-smelling cooked spiders near you.
You know what, son? You are standing between me and a cookout, so I'm just gonna whack him with my stick. Casting Shillelagh as a...
Stick whack. Everybody rolls good tonight. Everybody rolls good tonight, except Jim Jones.
Yep.
Even with Shillelagh, it's only 5?
Yeah, I rolled minimum damage.
Ah. As you basically bop the giant spider on what amounts to its nose. Which seems almost anticlimactic after everything else, you know?
Well, Jim is next, so...
Jim Jones.
Never do well with intimidation.
Prove
Jim
that...
Boy is feeling a little feisty and just wants to do a touch attack.
He's going to touch them. Of course he's going to touch them.
I'm going to touch the spider, specifically in the Ono spot. And touch the spider.
You can't even touch a spider.
Damn it!
This is a giant spider the size of a horse, and you can't even
wiggly.
touch it.
It's wiggly and I'm drunk. I'm seeing like 5 of them, all right?
Well, it's me next, so...
Why am I always rolling goddamn 3s?
You know, you just really love triplets.
Go ahead, just put me next to it.
That's a hit.
Tell me it's dead.
Well, that's the first roll. That's 13 damage.
As you rip into the thing, that's a hit. You just hacking away. Wow, minimum damage.
21. 21 damage in total.
And let's see what... Oh, wow. Literally just enough. Congratulations, the fight is over.
Jim's gonna cast a where is it? I'm gonna burn another first level slot and cast Cure Wounds on Thodrian. Except I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level because he took some damage.
Alright.
That's a decent bit of healing.
Yeah. As
My
Thodrian feels...
first.
As Thodrian feels just a little bit better, even though the ends of his mustache are still burning like candles. But that's okay. There's enough wax in that beard. You don't have
I
to worry.
couldn't even heal the fireball damage.
And I'm gonna go ahead and, in the act of patting out all the cinders and whatnot, I'm doing lay on hands on my face for another 10.
Oh, that was fun. Staring down Brune, don't eat all the spider. Save some for the rest of us.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty here.
I hope so.
Minus the one
I
that
dragged the
got
raw
absolutely
one
new.
over. Yeah, I dragged the first one that was killed raw over to the luggage to give to the baby.
There we go.
Yeah. Feed the baby venomous spiders.
That was covered in acid.
I mean, it is an acid and fire-breathing entity from the 9 hells. Well,
It's
yes,
perfect.
I suppose.
But it's not poison resistance. That would be green dragons.
Are you sure it doesn't have poison resistance with its origin in alcohol?
We don't know anything
Well,
about
here's
this.
the thing. I got hit by its fucking breath attack. That's one of the first things it's ever done. I'm sure.
One of the very first things it ever did was indeed launch a bolt of fire and acid into your face. Yes.
It was very successful. It was a good
Also,
baby.
the shield bashed its mom.
Don't shield bash mommy. Now we just need to train the thing to sick.
So, while you continue traveling down the path, it's clear enough and all that happy jazz, excuse me, that you can count it as a short rest and therefore spend hit dice to recover more.
I'm good on that.
All right, how do I do that again?
Just click your hit die in your
Open your character
sheet.
sheet.
Boom.
Yep.
Yay! I got them all back.
Damn, you rolled well too.
The one time I roll good.
Adding 12 to you. Did you already add your 12 back in, Thodrian?
Just did.
Yep. Okay, so now... And nothing exciting happens over the next hour of following the trail.
As I look at every tree the trail comes by and determine it is inferior and not right.
Yeah, so far you're not finding any impressive trees.
Theoretically, could a witch bolt just, directed at the trunk of a tree, just snap it in half like it was struck by lightning?
Maybe.
Depends on how cool that would be.
Yes, the rule of cool would be a concern.
Yes.
All right, so that means... Oh, we get to use the same map for simplicity.
Can we keep the fireball on it?
No, this is a different part of the swamp, so the fireball is
Oh,
not present.
I was
It's still
hoping
on
our
the
flaming
side of the
beacon of
road.
victory would be there.
It's on the other side of the road now.
It's like 2 hours of travel behind you.
Smokey the Bear's not going to be pleased.
I'm just
Only
wondering.
you can cause forest fires.
I'm just wondering how Rise is going to handle, taking the cart past all of these fires. Because I assume that's not going to be okay. So yeah, you come to another point where the trail goes through standing water that's maybe knee to waist deep.
I do not trust it.
And
That's fat.
you can see you've gotten used to the notion that whoever blazed this trail has kind of built basically small stone pillars up out of the water to give you a suggestion of where the trail is. Which is why you see those little rocks along the way.
Rocks.
Hmm?
Nothing. Just a joke from school.
Ah. So who's first into the water?
I could
Well-
push. I'm tempted to push Jim Jones, say, sober up, friend, you need to swim.
I don't trust it. Boom.
I'll go first.
I'm good with that.
It
How deep is
really
the water?
doesn't. Now, wait, is this dwarf knee to waist height, or is it elf knee to waist
It's
height?
like it's knee. It's roughly knee for the tall people, and waist to chest for the short people.
I don't like it.
We're talking between like 2 and 3 feet of water.
While I'm
Oh,
going through the
okay.
water, I'm going to kind of just wipe some of the spider guts off of me.
All right.
Free bath.
Okay, I'll start moving towards the center.
And
I
that's,
turn,
The good plate mail, and I'm not going anywhere.
I turn into a bear and motion for anyone who doesn't seem too
Tall.
confident to just
Oh, I clamber right
grab
on
a
top.
handful of fur.
I'm riding Brune.
I'm taking the free bath. I'll go through the water.
And in
I
fact, just to make the ride even better, I take my lion skin and I drape it on top of Brune too. So it's
All
like
right,
a
stop
lion
right
watching.
there.
Please tell me
As
that was
I try and-
fireworks.
I rolled a perception enough to say that there's water in front of me.
There is definitely water in front of you, and in that water, having made a much better stealth check than that, are these guys.
Time
What
to
in the
stab.
hell is that?
Those look
Actually,
like
you
giant
know, you guys, depending on where you're from in the world, you might not recognize a crocodile when it's looking you in the face.
Oh,
Walker recognizes the crocodile that's reaching out and biting at him. They do
Whoa.
have a free attack on y'all.
shit.
here. I can't click my token, but I can roll initiative.
I turned into the wrong animal.
Oh yeah, that's right. I need to do initiative.
Okay.
We're gonna die to crocodiles.
There. I got a 15 for my initiative. I can't click right.
Finally, I roll a good roll. I'm not getting off the fucking bear.
So the
I'm-
only one we're waiting on an initiative for
Initiative.
is Brune, but I can roll my attacks while...
Oh fuck!
To be fair, you're a big bear with the with the dwarf on your back right now. A little distracted.
Okay. Oh. Brune. Brune. Crocodile go chomp. As this thing lunges out of the deeper water beside the path and just lunges for your shoulder, biting in hard and latching on. Walker. Walker. Oh, yeah, he's going to hit you too.
Roger.
The other croc goes ahead and bites your leg, and, well, you know how crocs do. You're from the south.
Yeah.
The turn order isn't in descendant order, by the way.
The worst
It
part
is
is,
now.
technically, if I wanted to be a douche, because that was their... Well, no, that's right. 5th edition works differently, so that was their turn. Jimina Jones. There's a crocodile snout inches from your face as you cling to Brune's back.
He's attached to Brune at the moment.
He's attached to Brune. He is numb. You know what crocodiles do.
Touch attack.
Hey, that's a hit. How good a hit is it? Oh, it's a good thing you cast it at higher level.
That's a crocodile. I'm not fucking around.
As you basically shred its snout, and half of its teeth falls out, and it falls back into the water away from Brune, gnashing its gums at you in pain. It looks like it's about to just swim back off into the waters, for anybody who's curious.
Don't let that one get away.
I could get boots.
I'm gonna
Billy.
make a belt out of him.
I can't drag and drop, but I can do pretty much everything else. So just put me up next to the gator near Broom, if you can.
Alright.
Now I'm
Kill
gonna
it.
smack him.
Kill it good.
Nope.
No smack.
Oh dear.
No, it tried to pop out the text chat.
Ah,
16,
that's a hit. Yep, that's a hit.
14,
That's a dead crocodile.
and not even a second attack needed.
Well, you moved 5, 10, 15, 20. You have enough movement left to reach the other crocodile and make your second attack.
I'm gonna do that then.
Because 5th edition lets you break up your attacks with movement.
That's a little
Yay.
weird.
It's
I'm not
gonna
it's
argue the
definitely honestly it was something that they always needed. The whole idea that you couldn't do that was
Unless you
just
went through, like,
annoying.
5
Yeah.
seconds.
You had to get 5 or 6 feats just to do something as basic as moving and attacking at the same time over the course of 6 seconds.
All right. So second attack. 11. That's a miss.
That is unfortunately a miss unless you have some way to boost that attack. And I don't think you do.
I'd rather not use my action surge on a crocodile.
Fair. Albeit a crocodile that has Walker in its teeth going num 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 num.
Yes, but we have the entire party next.
True. Speaking of, Walker.
I
Fireball the
wanted to let
crocodile.
go. I'm not going to fireball the crocodile.
Do not
not
pitch
in the
bolt.
middle.
We are in the water.
Yeah.
You're in the
you're
water.
safely off to the side.
It's pulling your leg out from underneath of you, is what it's working on doing. That's what's happening next session.
Well, we can't have that, so
Cut your
since
leg
we're
off.
No, I'm not going to cut my leg off. What's wrong with you?
Replace it with a crocodile leg. It's pretty simple.
It's a bit
We've got a
short for it, I'll
crocodile
admit.
ready.
All right, I'm going to do chill touch. Since he's right here anyway.
You know Chill Touch is a ranged attack, but
I don't care.
Screw it.
Hits.
a critical
27 will hit.
critical hit will work.
All right, come on.
As you
That's
seriously wound the beast, and it growls and bites in deeper,
oh, you son of a.
starting to wriggle its head back and forth like it's about to start a shake.
Death
You
roll.
stop. You stop that. You stop it now.
Thogrian,
roll.
Yay! Gonna move there. And I'm gonna smack a bitch.
I'm about to go Steve Irwin on these things.
that's a hit.
All right.
Hey Tria, they're currently trying to survive crocodiles.
And I'm gonna go ahead and use another Smito Divine.
You don't even need
Something
to. You do not need to.
Wow.
I
Okay.
will preserve your spell slot on that one. It's already at -4
Okay.
hit points.
I want to instigate it. Ah.
You basically snapped its neck with your hammer.
Great.
And what happened to the leg that was in the jaws that was held by that neck?
Death roll.
No, more like flop. Walker's probably sitting on his ass, sinking slowly into the mud. But, you know, he can get up from that. And who cares that he's standing in essentially stagnant water with a bleeding leg wound?
Yeah, that doesn't need any healing.
That's not a risk to anyone or anything. And we'll be
That's
right
not a
back
risk at
after a
all.
short break. And we are back. Walk on your own two legs, you silly drunken dwarf.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of got to wonder how your cart's actually going to make it through the water. If
I'm honestly half convinced the donkey is some kind of divine being.
Yes, it's the god of gods.
It's just
the
following
true
along
Zeus.
for shiggles.
It's the true Zeus, except it's not trying to fuck everything.
No,
That's
Where it
what you
goes,
think.
alcohol
It is, you
follows
just-
close behind.
Oh, so it's Bacchus.
It just follows me for booze.
It's Bacchus.
But no, where it goes, alcohol follows because it's pulling the wagon that has the alcohol.
He's not wrong.
True.
As
But
2
where
more
we
hours as 2 more hours pass without incident.
Sweet.
And then on the 3rd hour, shit happens.
Huzzah.
Of course.
I gotta stop being a bear by then.
This is a pretty big fucking swamp.
It is.
We're only covering
It's-
1 mile an hour.
Yeah, you're covering a mile an hour plus.
This ain't exactly a straight line of a trail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Most trails are not straight lines. Hell, most roads aren't straight. And apparently neither is Billy.
Now the question is, what the hell's gonna be eating us? Did we just change maps?
Yes, we did.
That took a minute for me to load.
so you are moving in that general direction. When you can hear the sounds of people, for want of a better term,
Hmm.
clumsily wandering somewhere ahead of you can hear them making their way, not clumsily, but like they don't care who sees or who they encounter, heading in your direction.
Now the question is, comrades, do we stand here or do we hide? As
Honestly,
Jim Jones grabs a random flask from his waist and downs half of it and starts passing it around.
I say we just act like normal.
Yeah, what time of day is it at this point?
It's late afternoon.
Probably a good time to start making camp.
Is it said that I
Yeah.
consider that early in the day for me?
You
Then
have
again, I'm
not.
shift.
I will say that you have not yet found a good place to make camp.
Yeah.
And so, as you guys kind of sort of settle in to wait for them to reach you, coming round the bend are a bunch of lizard folk.
Eh,
Would they be insulted if I showed the crocodile skin?
probably.
And they kind of slow down and are eyeballing you warily.
Well, I guess Jim's gonna take the initiative here and grab another random flask from his waist, take a swig, and hold it out to him.
I do the same with my flask.
Hi,
Ooh,
guys.
Billy's tempted to do the same with his. Which is... all he has is demonic or liquor.
Oh, that could
They-
be bad.
They kind of slowly approach as it becomes more and more obvious that they outnumber you. But
For
they're
now.
they're not really like reaching for their weapons or anything. They're just kind of coming up, and then one of them kind of takes the lead and I believe that we established Jim Jones speaks Draconic.
Yes.
So he's eyeballing you. Share drinks?
No, comrade.
This is
Have drink. I believe this one is whiskey?
not cult.
No. It shows my holy symbol.
Kind of tweaks his head back. You know how lizards will kind of rotate their heads when they're trying to get a full eyeball of the situation? He's kind of doing that.
Yep.
And then tentatively, one hand held out in a hold on gesture, reaches down towards his belt, tugging something loose, and then pulls forward a stoppered skin, like a water skin, holding it out to you as he reaches for your flask.
I, of course, grab his skin that he offered me. The Vanya. Pop the top and take a swig.
And mimicking your gestures. Now I'm kind of curious. What do we have in the good old Draconomicon for a good kind of salute to drinking? Fuck it, I'm just going to go with the obvious. To riches, as he swallows his own. If not with the cult, why in swamp?
And Jim Jones breaks into a giant spiel about how he saw a divine trail inspired by his goddess, leading him to the ancient tree that will form the brewing barrel for his holy aged wine.
Well, that's not untrue, so he doesn't really have to deceive them.
No, this was checking for something else. It kind of looks around at your compatriots who don't seem to be following the conversation as far as they can tell. After all, nobody else in the group speaks Draconic. And then
Fix that.
in very broken pidgin English, friend, looking straight at Thodrian and pointing at Jim. Friend, head touched. Friend, head touched.
And I point to my head and point to him and say, much touch.
Jim will just take another swig of the wineskin the lizard man handed him and hand it back, laughing.
It tastes like fairly cheaply made rot gut liquor. Somebody found something they could ferment in the swamp and fermented it with swamp water. And then did some rudimentary distilling, maybe, at best.
It shouldn't kill me.
You're a dwarf. If that kills you, I'd be disappointed in you.
I would be concerned.
Yeah, if I'm drinking something a lizard man can drink and it kills me, there's a big problem.
Looking around at the rest of the group, the lizard folk gestures over his shoulder. Trouble, pointing down the path, down where you would be heading down the path. No go. Back.
What kind of trouble, comrade?
Switching back to Draconic, since you speak that, I'm not sure you would understand. Much cult, many dangers. They feed you to dragon.
Oh, then we go kill them. There's a dragon in box. Switching to common. Luggage, come here.
Uh-oh.
What are you talking about? Oh,
We have dragon in box.
Now the lizard folks looking at Brune, and literally all of them, not like, scary synchronized, but all of them are kind of making the touched in the head gesture. Friend, touched. Head touched. Friend head touched. Take him back.
Jim Jones is gonna open the box and call the baby.
I motion for them to like kind of calm down a bit. Just, like motion.
Jim Jones opens the box and it's like, baby, stick head out, please. Meet friends.
It's got to be the most interesting way to ruin the game I could imagine.
I love it when the game can't plan for someone to not immediately just kill everything.
Don't
I
bite,
like the way
just
they're
say
bunched
hello.
up.
They are all within fireball range.
Oh,
Except for
baby's breath weapon will get them all.
The baby breath weapon is a line.
And a splashy one.
So, what does Snuggles do?
Sniffles.
His name is Sniffle. Oh God, he is breathing, isn't he?
You look in, and all you can see is well, it looks like the luggage is filled to the brim with swamp water. It has, after all, been running through creeks all day.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to make the baby happy. It likes to swim.
So, Jim, I'm fairly drunk at the moment. I'm like, hold on 1 second. Grab hold of one end of luggage and literally jump in so they can see I sink all the way down and disappear into the luggage. See if I can see Sniffles.
So
and then pull myself out.
While Jim Jones is inside of the luggage, which was running on many feet in front of these creatures, they all just start looking startledly back and forth amongst each other, chattering in the language they and Jim Jones share, and everybody else is kind of about.
Thanks, Jim.
And then they start running into the swamp in all directions.
Oh. Well, damn.
So by the time you pop back out of the box, all of your new lizard folk friend are gone.
Except for that one.
Except for the one that I, missed because...
Can he still be there?
Nope.
Oh. Friends! Where did friends go?
You freaked him out when you jumped in the box.
I was looking for Sniffles.
Yeah. It's luggage with 1,000 legs, and you disappeared into it. They didn't know what to do, so I guess they babbled among each other for a second, and then they just took the fuck off.
Well, they thought I was crazy.
Well,
Yeah, pretty
Anyway,
much.
Cult of the Dragon is up ahead.
yeah. How about we show the cult crazy?
I like this idea.
Sure. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's do get help.
I want to do get help.
Oh, that's fun.
So that was the 6th hour's entertainment.
Billy is willing to do get help since he seems to be able to hit everything.
Billy, get help.
And nothing eventful happens on the 7th hour of travel.
Have we found a place to camp close to where the cult's supposed to be?
In point of fact, following the path for these past 7 hours has led you to a block of text I'm supposed to read.
Ooh, the infamous block of text.
Prepare to be amazed with the amazing narrative skills of Wizards of the Coast, circa 20
Probably would have made
whatever.
more sense. And it probably would have made more sense had I not scared off the lizard folk that were supposed to become allies.
Actually, that was just a random band of lizard folk.
Oh, that seems like a scripted event.
Nope.
You just scared the piss out of them. That's all it is. You probably traumatized a couple of them by jumping into a legged box of eldritch horror.
Well, good. They
It
will remember.
isn't much of a camp. Just a clearing that's slightly drier than the muck you've been wading through. But
Fireball.
4 wicker lean-tos and a stone platform, parenthetical, for lighting a fire above the soggy ground. Obviously you would know this, despite rolling no checks to determine that this is what this is for. End parenthetical. Command attention in this wilderness. 3 dugout canoes are drawn up near one of the lean-tos. A few dozen yards beyond the campsite in the direction you've been traveling, dry land ends. Other than moss-covered trees, fallen logs, and thick clumps of reeds, nothing rises above the still, black water.
Well,
So what I'm hearing is
ominous.
fireball it.
it says it isn't much of a camp. We're about to make it less of a camp.
Well,
Yeah, I'm hearing fireball the canoes
What
and the
camp?
lean-to.
before you do that, does anybody consider the idea of observing whether or not there's anyone in this campsite? In fact, it
Let's
looks
check.
like it looks
I'm
like
gonna
it's
roll
just
a
about the
perception.
only place you could make camp yourself.
20. I got an 11. Well, Brune, what's our call?
I got a rock.
I see.
I love my
Brune
dice.
is confident after just a few minutes of examination that the campsite itself is a nice, it's empty. It's also the closest thing to a reasonable place to sleep that you've seen in the course of the day's travel.
Hey, I remember that campsite map. We burned that one down.
We've used this
Did we?
campsite map for a number of things.
Oh yeah.
I may have to
Although-
refresh.
No, I haven't moved the players over there yet. He's cheating by watching the live stream.
Ooh.
Shame.
Ah, I remember this camp.
So in other words, Jim Jones is being a whore.
Well, there's a chat over there that I keep paying attention to that so are
Pause
you,
the
Ziggy.
video. Pause the video. That's what I do. Like a good
Oh.
player.
Oh shit, I keep forgetting I can do that. I just mute the damn thing.
Anyways, Brune is able to ascertain that the campsite is currently uninhabited, better than anything you've seen so far. And honestly, from what you've seen so far, destroying those dugouts would also destroy your ability to finish the journey.
Yeah, there's only like 4 left.
Yeah, let's
Ow.
keep the canoes.
Damn it. Come on, destroy everything. Burn and raise.
No.
No,
I don't want to
we
get bit by
destroy
a
it.
croc again.
No, we destroy it when we leave.
We'll do that after we're done using it, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Your tree might still be at the other end of this path.
Yep, I gotta go for the tree. So I guess I'm gonna, while we make camp, I guess I'm gonna fill up some of my empty booze vessels with swamp water and cast purify water on them.
And
Not a
with
bad
that
idea.
spider.
You still have tasty spider to eat.
Yes, nummy
As-
nummy spiders.
Of that
As the
demon-
luggage just sort of sits there, spitting swamp water out of itself back into the swamp.
I'm
So who wants
curious.
the demon echo
Can I
liquor?
purify the water in the luggage?
No.
Damn.
It's in the wrong dimension.
Yeah. Not only that, you can only purify so much at a time. And we don't know exactly how much space or how much water is inside luggage.
More than enough.
Which makes me wonder, could we flood out someone's house by having luggage just throw up an ocean's worth of water?
Maybe. But
You may or may not ever know.
alright. So I'm gonna fill a cup with some demon liquor.
From what you got from the wannabes or, the actual liquor?
Oh, actual liquor.
Alright, I'll give you some then.
I wouldn't trust this experiment with anything less.
Do I want to know what experiment you're running?
So I take Toto's skull out from under my shirt,
Oh God.
and I hold it out as far as my arms will reach.
Now I'm trying to remember.
Get another chance to see if this does anything. And I just
And Jim Jones just
Drop it in.
stares down Toto's skull.
So wait, you're putting the demonic liquor in Toto's skull and doing what?
I was putting the skull in the demon liquor.
He's giving Toto a drink.
Because, unholy ale versus unholy dog. What happens?
I felt the skull react the last time I drank this, and we got some random good uses.
As the skull sits in the demonic liquor, it starts to, well, glow faintly, and the demonic liquor starts to dwindle and disappear from the cup as a crimson hue starts to come into Toto's skull.
And Jim Jones is just over there. What you have done has upset the gods.
Jim,
That's nice.
Jim, you could swear your lion skin that you wear like a cape sometimes just shivered on your back.
Yeah. In fact, I'm grabbing the paws and wrapping them around me and then giving it a pet. It's okay. It's okay. I'm petting the lion skin head, holding it.
For anyone who's wondering, way back when part of the party episode 9 ended up in, well, a dreamland. And the dream followed them back to reality after they murdered everything in the land of Oz.
Hey, a few things survived.
Not
Yes,
much.
some of the trees survived, yes. The exposition fairy did not, if I recall correctly.
No, it died horribly. But hey, I left a couple of freshly neck-snapped birds with it.
We have very bizarre players, ladies and gentlemen. So,
I can't even remember what I walked out of there with.
The Tin Man's oil can.
Oh,
Whom
I looked it
devastated
up
with an
recently.
naughty touch.
As I try to remember one of the magic items y'all are wandering around with.
I have my sword.
Oh no, it's not the sword. It's the flask thing.
The the ever-flowing...
Or the
No.
jug. Is it
Yeah,
a jug
the
or a
flowing jug. It was a jug.
Which we've never actually poured any mead out of.
It's because we haven't found anything good enough to fill it with.
See, that's the thing that's making me go, oh shit, would that work?
Can we put demon liquor in it?
That's what I've been I need to find the rules on that one again so that I can decide whether or not it would. Alchemy jug, that's its name.
Does it work with potions?
No.
It does not work with potions, but the demonic liquor doesn't exactly count as a potion.
It is technically just alcohol. With some
Just very
unholy side
bizarre
effects.
alcohol.
And Billy is very proud of it. It is his baby.
I'm not going to tell you what I think will happen. I will allow you people to go, oh yeah, we have the alchemy jug, and then decide whether or not to try shoving demonic liquor in it. In the meantime,
demon liquor and alchemy jug. Do it.
In the meantime, what you find in the camp, in addition to the canoes, the dugouts, which each dugout is big enough to hold 5 people, or 2 or 3 with a bunch of gear and equipment. There are paddles in all of them. In the lean-tos are a few baskets of smoked fish, along with lizards and birds that have been smashed and sun-cured. Because that's appetizing.
I'm sure if you're lizard folk, there's not much in the means of gourmet cooking.
This may be true. So,
I'm
Go ahead, Brew.
root around the. See if there's any sign of how many people came through, how recently. See if our friends we're hunting might have met up with someone.
It looks like there has been recent activity, and it's it's clearly a routinely used location. You can find some marks in the ground where crates had been set down, although nothing is stored here beyond the essential supplies that I mentioned previously. So you know that this is like maybe a way station for wherever where they're taking the treasure from the roadhouse, and then this is a place for them to stop partway through the day, rest, sleep, and then pick up the next day and head on to wherever the far end is.
So we're getting close.
You are able to
Be a
make
good
out
idea to have a watch for the night.
you are able to make out marks on the trees. In the you've got the swamp trees growing up out of the water. I forget what they're called.
Mangroves.
Mangroves and similar trees. You can see where there are marks very frequently, so that nobody can really get lost on both, kind of like before where you had the stone pillars wherever the road went underwater. Now you have scratched bark showing the path forward deeper into the swamp.
All right.
No.
And with that kind of a survival check, I would say you're able to pretty reasonably conclude that anybody approaching the camp is probably going to come from either the way you came
Okay, hold on.
or from the path indicated by the bark scratches.
All right.
Alright, we're gonna need at least two people to keep watching through the night.
I only need
take
4
the rest.
hours for a full rest, so I can take first watch with you.
Alright.
I can help out for the first watch, or for the next watch if need be.
Are you guys planning on having a fire?
Jim Jones would say no unless we really need it.
Well,
Yeah, we've
all
got
of our food is
smoke.
already cooked, so I don't see a reason to.
All right.
Yeah.
Not to mention, fire will attract skeeters.
If
Yeah.
you need a light, keep it low.
If that's as big as the spiders were, I don't want to know how big the skeeters they're catching.
Well, most of us have dark vision, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
Trying to think who in the group doesn't.
Isn't it?
I do not.
Brune is the only person who doesn't have dark vision.
But he could turn into an animal that does.
True.
So Bruin the bear.
Brune the
fighter.
pick an animal with night vision during his watch.
He could turn into a house cat for all we care.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Well, as a house cat, he could watch both ends.
I will turn into a giant spider.
All right. Well,
You're looking awfully appetizing right now.
As Jim Jones munches on a thorax.
well, during this first watch, as the sun begins to set, who is watching the water side?
Oh,
Is that Walker or is that Brune?
I can
feel like
take the
Side we came from? Or
The water
side-
side is the side where you're going to go tomorrow.
I'm gonna watch the water side.
All right, so Brune,
I'm
you
gonna-
see, as the sun is setting, you can see a trio of canoes
fireball.
pulling their way towards the camp.
Fireball.
Well, let's wait till we know who's in there.
And as they get
Alright.
closer, you can see that they very clearly are carrying a group of lizard folk.
Maybe
Well, we
not
didn't kill the
fireball,
last bunch. Yeah, we didn't kill the
Alright.
last bunch, so
except lizard folk and
So-
might be members of the cult of the dragon.
You were
it a mixed group?
warned. You were warned. What was that? What was that, Jim Jones?
Is it a mixed group?
It looks to be all lizard folk. But notably, give me a perception check, Brune. You're pretty certain that these lizard folk are better armed and armored than the
Fireball.
ones you saw before.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Or depending on their space, you could twin cast Firebolt. Aim for the boats.
Lizard folk swim.
Yes, but then we'd be able to get rid of their boats. And
Wouldn't
it would kinda
matter. They
like
swim.
Wouldn't a fireball also get rid of their boats?
it depends on the spacing. We don't know the spacing right now.
Oh, they're pretty tight together. One fireball would hit all three canoes.
And everything that caught on fire would give us extra light.
They seem
Fireball.
to be very casual and very unconcerned about the situation. Distances are not correct right now. This is just
True.
to show you.
Okay, so they're on their way up the trail. And
Yeah. There's
Okay.
3 of them in each
I
canoe.
am going to spin a web in the path where they would be, where they're going to end up going.
I'm just trying to give you here's all of your fancy lizard folk. So
Headset
you're
off for a second.
So not a fireball to wipe them all out?
No, fireball.
The infernal hammering has stopped, so I had to open a window. It's a little too
Well-
toasty.
he's throwing a web. They're armored, but they're better armored, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're with the cult at the moment. So I'm willing to work with the web, and if
Don't light the
it
web on
doesn't work
fire.
out, yeah, if it doesn't work out, I'll
Web
just nuke it.
serves 2 purposes.
Someone
Fireball.
can tangle real quick.
Well, he's spinning a web in his spider form.
Well, I thought Walker also had it entangled. Or am I mistaken?
And I assume that you wake up the other party members
Yeah,
and everybody
Yeah.
takes up hidden positions, more or less.
Ah,
Yeah, spin the web.
I want to
skip
stay as
back.
close to the front line as possible.
Yeah, Walker should probably not be quite on the front line.
oh,
Come here, Jimmy. We're gonna have some
Jim's gonna
fun.
go over here.
Spidery, scrapey noises at their tents, or shake them if they're sleeping on the ground.
So
Considering how much the frostbite spiders from Skyrim terrify me, I'd probably piss myself waking up to a spider just shaking me. My first instinct would be to scream.
I mean, he could have Walker wake everybody up.
Open up the window. You can pop the fan in
Yeah,
the
that
window,
too.
After all, the goal is not to scare absolutely everybody.
Sure.
So
do we have the luggage charge them?
you would
Someone put
swear
googly eyes on the luggage.
the luggage is snoring quietly as the lizard folk pull up and dock very casually, no weapons drawn, because they seem to be just trusting of this situation. And then they walk forward more or less as a group right into the webbing. And I'm going to have to make some checks.
It's like when you're walking in the park and you just walk into a spiral.
I know. I have been there way too damn many times. So let's
it's
see.
even worse at work because, well, my plastics make stuff like that as it stretches out, and it doesn't break. It just stretches more and tangles you up more. You have to burn it. Walker, burn it. Burn it, and I'll give you another shot of Demon Liquor. The good stuff.
I'm gonna have to weigh that against the addiction point that I've got here.
So
that I have avoided addiction points so far.
3 of them seem to be powering their way through the webs, while a bunch more of them are just shouting out in Draconic about spiders in the camp. And the very last one just kind of pulls up short and starts backing away, drawing a sword, all in one motion.
Oh, now they think they're being attacked by giant spiders. Which isn't actually untrue.
You're not wrong.
That's just not all they're about to be killed by.
Hello, Sniffles.
Are you seriously trying to bring Sniffles into this fight?
No.
Well, Daddy's here. Might as well.
Hey, Sniffles, go help Daddy.
So, what's the call as they're struggling their way through? You still have the advantage of surprise if you want to try and do anything.
Fireball.
You have to wait until I have the initiative counter up.
Don't care. That's my vote.
So Billy wants
What?
to drop onto initiative and just start killing things.
Fireball.
I've never eaten lizard folk.
I hear a lot of fireball. Everyone's motioning at me to nuke them.
Fireball.
Motioning mushroom clouds and everything.
Oh, Sniffles is going first. We might not get a chance.
We've
for
already
Fireball.
identified that they're cult related.
You are not 100% certain. They are carrying what appear to be human manufactured weapons and armor rather than the shittier stuff that was being carried by the earlier.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
I mean, we might just be murdering a group of lizard folk.
I still need
Does someone-
initiatives from Thodrian and Brune.
Also, I'm still just playing into my flaw. So, if I perceive them as an enemy, they have to die.
Okay. Sort descending. So Sniffles heard something from Jim Jones about help daddy.
Mhm.
So the luggage still snoring, the lid of the luggage occasionally just vibrating and opening a little, settling, vibrating, opening a little, settling, vibrating, opening a little, settling, and then boom! Flips completely open, the lid banging back against the backside of the luggage, all of the legs suddenly spasming in every which direction.
Oh, he startled the luggage awake.
It's reverse 4.
As our tiny little crimson and black friend bursts into the air, looking around, homing in on these things, and sweeps in, screaming at them, and then I click at the thing. Oh, god damn it, why is it not working right? Okay.
Because it was Jim Jones's idea.
So those 3 lizard folk need a dex save. A dex save I can't believe that you failed. Then again, one of these guys failed it too.
To be
Splat.
fair, I was also drunk when I failed it.
I mean, what could possibly go wrong? He's very dead.
As a wave of fire and acid washes across a trio of lizard folk,
That explains why I can see the whole map now.
leaving one just a burned wreck. and 2 more with the scales sloughing off of their muscle. Actually, technically, it's 3d8 fire and 3d8 acid from this little girl.
Either way, it's your
Oh,
reverse
shit.
fireball.
In a very focused line of death.
We essentially made a railgun of a dragon.
Yeah.
One day we're gonna have to kill it.
No.
No, we have to get Martin attached to it first before we kill it.
I mean, we've just weaponized the damn thing.
She's protecting Daddy, which is Brune, as I recall.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh. I thought it was some weird uncle, but okay.
Uncle Jim's just the crazy uncle that gets the baby drunk and tells him to go kill things.
Walker!
Yeah.
I guess you could
Checking
fireball
something.
over here.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, if it's like, right. Fuck, I can't ping. Oh well.
If you
Let me
center it
unhide.
on this
No,
guy,
yeah.
it'll hit all of the lizard folk.
But will it hit Sniffles?
Resistance.
Doesn't
I
matter.
wanna
Do we
attack
want
him.
to smack Sniffles?
No, I
True.
don't want to smack Sniffles. Are you
I was
fucking
gonna say,
kidding me?
if it's resistance with careful spell, it'd take quarter damage.
That's
don't
still
care, I'm not-
damage.
I know.
I'm not gonna. No. No.
What about this one?
That would still hit
one's-
Sniffles.
What about here?
Then you'd start missing lizards.
But
Hey,
do
if
we
we
miss
get a-
Sniffles?
If
If
we
you
miss
drop
3
it
lizards,
there-
that's one thing. We're fine. If we miss 3
I'll hit
lizards, that's
most of
fine.
them. I'll hit most of them. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you'll
drop-
hit. You'll hit 5 of them and miss 3 of them. When you could
Yeah,
hit
that's
all of
fine.
them.
Billy is right next to one of them.
If only they didn't know. If only the party knew what Sniffles can and can't survive.
No, it doesn't matter what he can and can't survive. I'm not.
We don't
going
wanna
to
make him
hurt
angry.
the thing. I
She
know
might think
that
it's just like a
probably
warm
going to
bubble bath.
survive.
It might just be a warm bubble bath to her.
Yeah, this is
Should
a
I?
bad
I mean, hell,
idea.
the guy that can talk to him is right here.
We have 2 people that can technically talk to it. You just gotta give Brune enough time to change or cast a spell.
Yeah, how do I
Can
ask
we change
Sniffles
to
if it would like to be fireballed?
You speak in Draconic at them when it's your turn, while Walker decides what he's doing.
Can I drop a nuke and then you mitigate this thing? You think?
You could always try.
Fuck it, drop it.
Drop it.
Where are
I'm
you
gonna
dropping your
drop it.
nuke?
Hit them all.
I'm gonna drop it right. Hold on. Damn it, wrong tool. Right there.
Nice, you are hitting Sniffles.
That was the wrong idea. He's too
That
excited.
was-
So, little bead of fire sweeps forward, smashes into Monsieur Lizardfolk. And now I need to roll more dex saves for them. Oh god.
It's only 9.
Did I get all of them?
Correction, 8. One's dead.
Hmm.
And something tells me even if they pass, 2 more are dying.
Mhm.
All right, we are going to take a very short break while I figure out what's
Oh
happening.
God.
Sniffles is going to kill us.
Okay, and we are back after that nice little cliffhanger as we go, oh my fucking god, everybody dies! So half of 31's 15, which means...
I'm gonna put. You speak Draconic, Jim, so I'm just gonna move behind you
Alright,
a
so
bit.
You're taller than I am. I don't think I'm a shield.
I'm not using you as a shield. I'm using you as a translator.
alright, so I can actually technically watch Dragon stream to tell Dragon
Why?
what I want to. But the power's out here, so I can't use my lap. God damn.
Fun.
That
And I have
really
a
sucks.
6-year-old freak.
As we see some of these things drop very far into the negatives.
That's a lot of dead lizard folk.
Yeah, I think you actually killed all but one of them.
And you know that one just broke.
And so, what happens is the fireball launches out, smacks into the first lizard folk, blossoms into a giant explosion, and you'd swear Sniffles just starts slurping the flames into herself.
Oh
Oh.
god, we made Natsu drag Neil.
As
Oh, she eats fire.
every one of the lizard folk, except for the farthest one out at the very fringe, the very far edge of the fireball, are burnt right down to the bone. And you'd swear it might even be partially because Sniffles stole enough of the energy out of it that it didn't quite reach him.
So Sniffles not
She
pissed?
eats fucking magical fire.
As she just sits there
That's not gonna come back to bite me in the
preening
ass.
herself and licking.
You know what this means?
good.
If we come across a red dragon, she's in front.
Yeah.
As the surviving lizard folk drops to his knees and just starts bowing to Sniffles.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Yep, that was a cult of the dragon. Time to kill it.
So,
Well-
are you happy with where you're standing, Walker?
Since Sniffles seems to be preening and not actively trying to kill me, I'm gonna move just a little bit up here next to Billy.
Okay.
And hold on, let me grab the right tool to do that. There we go. All right, so I now see the one lizard folk that survived. Let's keep that one alive for a moment, maybe.
All
Get some
right.
questions answered about how far
That
away we
depends on
are
what the
from.
party wants to do.
I'm just suggesting.
Jim of the Jones.
I'm just gonna move up to here. I can't see that lizard folk from where I'm at.
Billy, not the kid.
I'm gonna go up to him, grab some rope out of my pack, and tie his hands up.
All right.
If I can.
With Billy clearly moving to secure a prisoner, does anybody plan on interfering
With securing the prisoner?
with securing a prisoner?
But-
Like, are you more in favor of murdering them outright than imprisoning them?
No, I think we've nuked and made a point.
Third one was
As a person in the game, I suggest we just continue nuking so we don't find out we just murdered a bunch of innocent lizard folk.
Well,
Well,
Just saying.
The whole white phosphorus scenario.
Uh-huh. It sticks to children.
I add to the
I-
ropes with spider silk.
I have run into that before where I did accidentally nuke a bunch of traders. Or traders, not traitors, but traders. And then I got my ass handed to me by
All right.
goblins later
So,
on.
Thodrian, I believe you wanted to weigh in.
well, so Thirdrin would go to help and assist. But at the very least, we want to be able to have one to talk to. And given our previous success with talking one of these folk out of their cult, either we talk them out of following their current dragon, or we leverage their like newfound reverence for Sniffles to direct
Follow
us
our
where
dragon.
the other dragon is, so that we can knock that dragon out.
Okay, so we just nuked a whole bunch of innocent lizard folk, and we're gonna find out Walker's a murderer.
This is new information.
So let's start questioning.
Let's
right.
get Sniffles back in the box.
So, with the lizard folk secured, and Sniffles, settled down and thinking, looking around, each of you may make a sense motive. As Sniffles suddenly goes, "You! Answer his questions!" pointing at Jim Jones. "Don't betray!" And then runs and leaps inside of the luggage.
Ooh!
Sense motive checks.
Where is my sense motive?
It's a skill,
Should
and
that
they're
be
listed
insight?
alphabetically. It might be insight in this new edition. Yes.
Yeah, because there is no sense motive.
Shush! I remember old school rules.
24.
That's a
Hey, I
solid
rolled
insight.
good.
You're all pretty well convinced that she got scared by something she smelled.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
So Jim Jones is gonna march up on over, grab this dead lizard man, and drag him over here. Right here.
Shit.
Oh, are we doing the hand again?
Yep.
Oh God.
Are we doing good cop, burning cop?
Looking at the lizard man, Draconic. Hello, comrade.
Hello!
Jim
I help!
Jones
I help!
will. Jim Jones pulls out a dagger and I get. Damn it! These are sentient. I can't just start carving it up. Tosses it to Billy. And nudges towards the corpse. Maybe Billy will get the point.
I start cutting.
Now, comrade, we are very hungry. So, you
He's
will tell
looking-
us.
He's looking between the corpse that you're desecrating and you. Or, well, the corpse that Billy is desecrating in you. Why do you desecrate corpse when you have food? Gesturing
He is
at your
food.
giant spiders. You have
No.
plenty food. Why desecrate people?
Points at the lizard man that's dead and goes, he is food.
At
That
this
is
point, I
bad.
turn back into a human for dramatic effect.
It's over.
But you
Now,
already
where
have
is
food.
Dragon?
Why would you wish to face dragon?
Where is Dragon?
Deep in swamp?
What color?
Black?
How old?
Has been here for many generations.
It's an
Is
adult.
that lizard folk generations or our generations?
Lizard.
'Cause there's
folk
a
are
very
comparable. It's an adult
here.
at least. So it's an adult black dragon in the fucking swamp. Yay. How far away?
No one knows where it lives.
Where do you
No
go
one
to
wants
give
to-
sacrifice?
I do not.
Cultists. Where are the cultists?
Oh! Cultists! Not dragon, cultists! They're that way, pointing towards the route marked by the scarred trees. Cultists are in castle.
There's a castle now.
How close?
Part of Dace's boat? They force lizard folk to work for them through bullies.
Okay.
Murdered innocents, and Billy's fine with that.
And while he's talking, Jim Jones is gonna try to rack his brains for historically anything that might scare a dragon that lizard folk might be in contact with. That's a no.
death.
Does anyone have detect magic?
I do not.
No.
Nope. I speak with animals.
Okay.
No, no detect
Um,
magic.
Dragon.
All these mages and no
Oh,
detect
knowledge
magic.
nature? No, I don't know.
Dragon. When Sniffles looked startled and spooked and ran away, was it right after Sniffles looked at this last living one, or was it one of the dead ones?
Neither. She was actively smelling the air.
So
Like,
there's
she
something
had-
around.
There's something, at least to her, that she can smell. That
What's
scared
this
her.
range? What's the range on a dragon scent?
We don't
Hmm.
know.
What's the range of a
Jim
dragon
Jones will start-
smell to a dragon?
Jim Jones starts interrogating the lizard folk about everything in the general area. Dangers, predators, bog witches.
There are no witches. There are Yunti. But Yunti are worthless
God.
bastards.
Where are the Yunti?
Somewhere out in the swamp.
Aren't you about useless?
I know how to find the cult. I can help you. I can help you unite my lizard folk people in earnest rebellion against the cultists. We need to get out from under their thumb. We wish to get out from under their thumb. They keep us oppressed through the bullywugs. But with your help, I can lead a glorious revolution against the cultists and
Is he
free the
lying?
lizard folk. He is Che Guevara levels of earnest about this.
Oh, looks over at Walker. Well, we just killed a whole bunch of people we didn't have to.
Okay.
Actually, technically, you did.
Well, you're the ones that were telling me to nuke them, so I nuked
Yep.
them.
Do you see? This is why I said nuke them all. We won't have to worry about. Okay.
Specifically said
You know
Jim-
you can't
Jim
get away
Jones
with
will-
it.
translates to just tie them up.
You know good and damn well you can't threaten me with a good time like that. Come on. We've been
Jim
traveling
Jones
for
is going to
months.
cast Cure Wounds on the lizard folk.
Does he speak common?
He speaks a
Or is
very
it just
pid.
broken?
He can speak a very broken pigeon.
Okay.
And, can Jim Jones go revive one of the dead lizard folk?
Yeah, it's been. Do you want to revive the one you were cutting up?
Sadly, yeah.
Oh. Make sure you didn't carve out any vital organs first.
Probably too late. I usually go straight for the liver.
I mean, we kind of just really fucked up, so let's bring him back if we can.
To be fair, you had to put on an impressive display to convince anybody to work with you, so I will go ahead and let you know that actually you kind of did what you had to do.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm going to cast Revive on the one we carved up. And I'm going to drop another Cure Wounds spell on him. This one's going to be at 2nd level. I'm about out of spells.
Well, it is bedtime anyways for your characters.
And
Yeah.
then I'm going to Channel Divinity to bring him back up to full. And I guess we proceed to give their friends a burial.
And,
Beat him to sniffles.
The two lizard folk that survive basically just roll the corpses into the water.
that works.
And Jim Jones proceeds to apologize. He thought they were with the cultists.
Oh, we were.
Technically, they were.
Yeah, we
Now
thought
they've
you
been
were
liberated.
with the cultists, not slaves of the cultists.
Operation Lizard Folk Freedom is a rousing success so far.
It's okay. It's okay. We would have killed you too.
Well, we got
Sorry.
2 out of 7.
2 out of 9.
With 2 out of 9. 2 out of 9. Not bad. Not bad.
Which is
Guys, keep an eye
arguably
on
better
these
than they
fucks.
really expected.
We should probably keep a good eye on these bastards. Jim Jones is going to give them each a flask of booze. Here, get drunk.
As they're drinking, briefly the luggage creaks open. Sniffles' head pops out. Listen to the drunk dwarf, or I shall come for vengeance, which is mine. Your judgment rests in the balance, and I shall decide whether you live or die at the end of the day.
And
And then she
Jones
pops her
pipes
head
up.
back into the luggage.
As she does
For
that,
real,
Jim
Pete,
Jones
what'd she
pipes up.
say?
I
Yes,
love you
correct.
too, Sniffles.
You guys have been teaching her to talk really well.
She is good dragon.
She's always spoken Draconic very well. From the day she was
Oh,
born,
well,
she spoke
yeah.
Draconic perfectly.
And Jim
Oh, okay.
Jones is also teaching her Dwarvish.
What about Common?
Dwarvish.
Common's good.
Dwarvish.
Dwarven.
God damn it.
They're
We're never
racist.
gonna know
Half
what
the
this
party
dragon is
speaks
saying.
Dwarven.
Sorry, Walker, but the rest of your party is racist against, well, you.
Elves.
Oh, that's not fair. I don't think any less of an elf than I do a
Thanks,
dwarf or
guys.
another human.
I've only nuked things for you.
And you are very good nuker.
I've also got you drunk and traumatized inadvertently. Dozens of other people with my.
So the rest of the night passes peaceably.
Do I get a hit dice back from that rest?
You recover all hit dice that you have spent, all spell slots you have spent, all
That's good,
abilities
because
all abilities that are, per day
Alright.
dependent are recovered, etc. ad nauseum.
Cool.
Your sorcery points are replenished. Channel
Got it.
divinities, lay on hands, everything's replenished. You're back to good.
Hey,
Huzzah.
All right.
Oh, and just for
Shoot
shits and
me
giggles,
search
before
the
Jim
fucking
Jones
rock.
goes to sleep, he's going to cast Locate Object to see if there's a bird skull around here.
A bird skull.
Wait.
Bird skull.
What happened to Toto's skull?
It's glowing slightly and crimson.
Oh, that can't be good.
It's
Is
drunk.
it a fucker of sorts?
That's okay. Cool.
Yeah, before we go to sleep, Jim Jones is going
I'll
to
use it
locate
as
object
lit.
to see if there's a bird skull close by.
I'm looking at exactly how the spell describe or name an object. It has to be an object that is familiar to you.
Would I not know what a bird skull is?
It's a particular object.
Oh, okay. I can't use it for generals like finding a bird skull to give to these lizard folks.
Well, hold on. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. So are you looking for one that's already been dried and cured, or just literally any old bird skull? Because
Any
remember,
old bird skull.
there were a bunch of crushed birds in the camp.
Oh, shit. Dried and cured, I guess.
Dried
It's
and
not
cured.
crushed.
Okay.
I don't know. Lizards are weird. Maybe they like skulls. Here, sorry I killed your friends.
Yeah, that'll make up for it.
Okay,
Sorry,
you're
I
able
killed
to
all of your friends. Here's more dad.
locate one reasonably close to camp.
Cool. I go scoop that one up and give it to the one we desecrated. Here, sorry for trying to carve you up for food.
Kind of sitting there handling the skull, scritching its head a little bit.
I offer them a drink.
I had
And-
one spell slot left before we went to sleep. I might as well have spent it.
And so the day passes, and it's the next day, and the question is, do you wish to carry on or call it a session? This
I gotta
is-
be in bed in like 20 minutes.
If you got to be in bed in 20 minutes, this is an excellent pause point. So let's just call it a session here.
Sure.
Okay.
I swear, if my power comes back the moment Alucard falls asleep, I'm whooping his ass.
Hey, I was the one that was like, cue natural disaster that kills the internet.
So it's
Yeah,
all your
fuck
fault
you.
in every direction. Thank you all
Usually
for
is.
joining us, and have a good night.
All right.